I don't think so.
No.
But let's get Kajal in on.
It doesn't promote sexual.
You know, just to respond to all of this, I think the debate is not whether there should or should not be early sexual onset of activity and whether that is good or bad and whether it breeds, you know, teenage pregnancy or not. This is about consensual act and whether it is, and whether we should criminalize such a consensual act between two young adults.
It's put as a deterrent.
It's put as a deterrent, especially, I think, for where the case, I think...
Answer the question. For example, let's open up two parts of this debate.
Yeah.
One part of the debate is of teenage pregnancies. I think that's the biggest issue. It is one of the biggest problems that are there in the West. Tell me, do you not worry about teenage pregnancies?
But I think, you know, not criminalizing a consensual act will not either increase or decrease teenage pregnancy. I don't think, I think sex education, talking about it more, not shoving everything under the carpet will do that.
No, will you lower the marriage age also then?
No, it's not a question of course not. I don't think, you know, that's an institutional thing that we are taking up. That we should not lower the marriage age.
Why is the marriage age not reduced? Why is the marriage age not reduced?
So child marriage is bad, but child sex is okay.
No, what are you saying, Rahul Ishwar? Rahul Ishwar's counter.
Arnabji, child marriage is, child marriage is bad, child marriage is illegal, but child sex is okay. What kind of a society are we planning?
No, we are not talking about child sex being okay or not. I don't think we should look at it with moralistic lens of whether it's right or wrong. We are saying the reality exists and it's a consensual act. Rahulji, it's a consensual act. And if it is a consensual act, what is the reason for lowering it? Why are we coming up with a law for protection of children? And if we are doing it for protection of children, we are really doing it so that they are not abused. And this is really, therefore, sexual right is also a right. And whether we like it or not, they are doing it whether it's legal or not. I don't think they're looking at age before sexual exploration. But the second thing is... No, but the second thing is...
talking about a girl
we are talking about abuse and the deterrent effect. And that's why I think the government has taken a very balanced view. They haven't, and you asked a question, 20 years later, will it be reduced to 14? It may be. You know, changing realities are there. Yeah. So today, I think the government has taken a very balanced view between the two.
Rahul Ishwar, between the two of you, I want to have both of you at the same amount of time. Rahul Ishwar.
Arnabji, this is a crucial question. Where are we heading to? She is saying after 20 years we may reduce it to 14. Shouldn't we have some kind of a position towards social institutions? I am against moral policing, but shouldn't we have a stand on ethics? And we have all passed the age of 16. Don't we know the mistakes we have made? Don't we know the mentalities we had? Don't we know the immaturities we shared? Are we closing eyes towards such realities and simply arguing on technicalities? It is not about technicalities and legalities. It is about human being. It's about growth and maturity of a person. And it is disadvantageous to the girl itself.
I put a question to Neena Nayak.
Is going to pass.
I put a question to Neena Nayak.
Yeah, by lowering the age. Yeah, tell me.
Neena Nayak, my question to you is, in India, I don't think there is any real sex education in most schools. Right? There is no real sex education in most schools. So in other words, children of the age of 16, more than 90% of them would have very limited information about safe sex at their disposal. Okay? So you don't change the back end. As in, there is no sex education. There is no information available about safe sex. They are physically ready to have sex. By lowering the age of consent, you are therefore, trying to be progressive on the one side. No, but some might say this is a very pseudo approach towards being progressive. It's a very pseudo progressive approach. You want to be progressive without having any sex education in schools. If you want to change the system, then let's have sex education in schools from class 5.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. You need to have it. But lowering the age of consent doesn't mean you're promoting sexual activity. Yes. You're just protecting children, because otherwise you'll be dragging children to the hostile environment of courts, and we know what happens there. If a young girl is not listening to her parents, is adamant about meeting a boy and being close to him, parents are stamping a kind of a case on the boy. So we're trying to protect children. If a girl and a boy consensually get together and have some kind of a relationship, so we are not just lowering the age doesn't mean that you're pushing girls into having sex.
No, you are not. But you didn't answer my question. There is no information. You know, in our country, if we are really bold.
Agreed.
No, if we are really progressive.
I agree with you.
I want all political parties should not get very squeamish about. Let all political parties say that from the age of 10 onwards, students from class 3 onwards or 4 onwards will be given in little bits, you know, the facts about sex.
Exactly.
And then if parents object, if social groups object, if political parties object, if people like Syed Inayatullah object, we will take on people like Syed Inayatullah. I'm sorry, Syed Inayatullah, don't take it personally.
Exactly.
You understand? We don't have that.
And let's also, media also play its role. Let's not expose young children to so much.
No, but that's all right. This is a changing society. You can't censor things from young people. Syed Inayatullah.
Then you're showing children so much, you're not allowing them to explore.
Syed Inayatullah, move with the times is the message. Which do you support sex education from the age of 10, for example?
No, I don't support.
You don't support. There you are.
This is the problem.
I would say, Arnab, that
the thing is, we are forgetting.
Sex education at least from the age of
we are forgetting one thing, Mr. Arnab.
Yeah.
Mr. Arnab, we are forgetting one thing. See, we have to blame the society ourselves because the media, the movies, the serials in TVs, and so many things are spoiling the children. Now, the Juvenile Justice is not Justice Act, it's Justice Care and Protection Act. See, we have to take care of the children. We should not tempt them to commit a mistake. We should not allow them, okay, at the age of 16 you can do, at the age of 18 you can do. First of all, let me say, the age what you have brought down from 21 years to 18 years of the voting age, that itself is a mistake.
Okay.
Because at the age of 18, nobody is matured enough to decide about his leader, about his representative in the assembly or in the parliament.
I have no
16, we are making a mistake.
No, Mr. Inayatullah, I have no proof.
I'm not telling our society. Our society.
Sir, there is no.
Our society is making mistake. I have a proof. See, in extreme south, in Tamil Nadu, the 10th standard girl, she had pregnancy. She delivered a child some 2 years back. It came in the paper, and without anybody assistance, without nobody knows, and even the parents, the teachers, they her phone friends. Nobody knows she is pregnant. She delivered a child in the bathroom and come back safely. See, if that is the things are there, at the age of 10, you want to teach the safe sex or unsafe sex. Will it not be tempted?
I think this is a very
biological changes, the chemical changes in our body.
No, it's a you might as well. It's a lopsided. First of all, I want to say, Kavita Sharma, I don't have any proof that an Indian boy or girl, is less mature physically or psychologically or emotionally than somebody in Brazil, Australia, China, Malaysia, France, Sweden, Germany, United States, UK.
No, that's not the point.
That's
not the point. I think people should get sex education from a very young age. They should also be made aware that they have a right over their bodies and how to learn to say no to people as well as to say yes to people. So sex education and consensual sex are two completely different things. So sex education begins early, but consensual sex, I can't see why you should want to lower it to 16. As you said, you can keep lowering everything, just taking a pragmatic view. Why do you want to keep alcohol at the age of 25? Just allow everyone at the age of 14, 16 to go into the pubs. They're drinking anyway. They're using drugs anyway. So why not, So instead of educating people, you just go on accepting. So what are you going to do?
One more point which came to us.
Have a nuanced
very important point.
One point which came to us was that of child prostitution. Now, we know how much human trafficking happens in India, right? So I put this question to Vikas Singh, now open this up. Vikas Singh, tell me, child prostitution and human trafficking. Tomorrow, a 16-year-old girl is picked up against her will because of her circumstances, sold by her parents, which happens all the time in India and in the subcontinent, trafficked and put into a brothel somewhere. Under this present system, it can be argued that some interested party will say, no, we are not forcing her into prostitution, she's having consensual sex. What protection does the girl have?
Arnab, firstly,
this could go against the girl.
the protection that the girl will have will ultimately have to be on the basis of the existing laws that we have in this country of whether she has been forced to do it, and whether the fact that she is, you know, having the consent to do it will not make any difference. In my view, a law can be misused only if you make the age higher. Lowering the law can't be misused as such.
I'm not sure.
The whole purpose of lowering, Arnab, let me complete. The lowering is not for the purpose of, because hiring actually can be misused. Lowering can never be misused. The law cannot be misused. Let us understand one thing very clear. The question is that what is the age at which the sociological study of the time indicate that a child has the maturity to decide what age I can have sex.
Okay.
Now, when you decide, if a child studying in a school decides to go and have sex, the child doesn't look into the law books and decide whether the law
Certainly
permits you to have sex or not.
No, certainly
the
they
child
don't.
doesn't even know whether.
But the law could be a
so
deterrent.
the fact that you make a higher age is only the higher age is only a misuse of a consensual sex where you can pull up the child. The boy or whoever has had sex with the child of having committed an offense of rape, because if the consent can't be given, then whatever sex is had is amounting to rape.
I'm glad that
consent can't be legally given.
I'm glad we've debated this today.
So
but you know, I will put a question to our viewers, that do you believe that, you know, we are jumping the gun? You lower it from 18 to 16, but first of all, what is the sex education? Second of all, what are the safeguards that children will not be exploited between the age of 16 and 18? And are we in a rush to appear to be pseudo-progressive without doing the back end? Just a point of view, putting this out there. Let us debate this more. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on that chat. Thank you.